Goodwill, I try to pick them up if they're for a decent price, and they're all actually marked at 99 cents. They have this Naruto game, Road to Boruto, and honestly, for $5, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Bucks. I didn't see that. Is that Drake right there? What in the world?
Hey guys, we are back with another episode of my version of the $10 game collection series. It has been such a fun and long journey bringing you guys along with me and doing my game hunting. It has now been over a year that we have been doing these episodes, finding items, flipping them, and also purchasing video games of my childhood. We have finally reached the final episode of this series. It's crazy to hear me say that, but it's been such a fun ride. We've purchased so many games of my childhood, and I've learned so much when it comes to buying items, flipping items, learning about video games, trying out a huge new library of games. Just want to give a big thank you to all of my subscribers that helped and supported me throughout this whole YouTube journey, and also to the newer viewers. If you are new, definitely start from the beginning of this series and watch it all the way through if you are really into thrifting, flipping, and also video game hunting and collecting. So this isn't actually going to be like my final episode. I do plan on releasing one more video next week, just pretty much recapping and going over all of my video games in my collection. I figured it'd be better just to make a whole separate video instead of adding it on to this one. So I'll be doing that, probably going over numbers, probably going over some of my greater finds and purchases in this series. So stay tuned for that. But for this week, we're just gonna go out strong. Go back to thrift stores, pawn shops, game stores, anywhere that I can find video games and add to this collection. We also have a ton of items on eBay, so I'm really gonna try to push those items that we find during this episode from thrifting. I'm gonna just throw them up on eBay as quick as possible and try to get those sold. And then hopefully, if I do have funds, maybe I do consider grabbing one more Grail item. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this collection and get into these updates.
Here at our game showcase, and we've got ourselves an item that just sold. We ended up selling a fun item, actually. It's gonna be this this baby doll right here for the Nintendo Wii. You kind of put the controller in the back and play it. I actually sold the game for this as well down here. Babysitting Mama. So this ended up selling for $25. Not the most. I probably could have got more, but kind of selling items pretty quick now. Back at our game showcase, and we just sold another quick item. It's going to be this brand new sealed Blu-ray. This Bridge to Terabithia. Surprised this one sold pretty quick. Sold for $14-ish on eBay. And I think we got it for maybe like $2 or $3 at a Goodwill. After eBay fees and shipping, this is how much we'll get to add back to our game fund. Hey guys, I'm here in the board game section of a Goodwill and ended up finding this Yu-Gi-Oh collector box. And inside there's actually some cards in here, just like a few. And I actually did see some foil cards, which is kind of crazy, I guess. I honestly do not keep up with the newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to collect a lot of them, but you guys let me know if any of these are good. I mean, they are foil cards. I'm pretty sure they pretty much go for like a couple bucks, I would assume. But yeah, just a really cool find, I guess, that I was able to find some cards in these boxes at a Goodwill. So yeah, some pretty interesting cards. Curse of Dragon Magical Knight. That looks awesome. And then this Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. Yeah, so many cards now I do not know about. So, alright, so made my way to the electronics section next and spotted something I kind of saw was familiar. This right here, this is a Nintendo Wii power supply for $2. I honestly might just pick this up. Sure, it's going to go to the collection, but I could always use some extra ones if I ever do come across Nintendo Wiis. I think these things actually do go for around like 10 to 15 bucks on eBay. So yeah, pretty nice one to pick up, honestly. Oh, I do also see this is an Xbox One headset. These things were honestly not that good. I think I owned one of these and it broke pretty early when I bought the Xbox. But I'll check to see how much these things actually do go for on eBay though. So this stop is turning out to be a pretty nice stop, I guess. I found this Pikachu plushie. Anytime I find Pokemon plushies, these are like an easy pickup. $2 is not bad. And this is a 2014 plushie, Pokemon plushie. So yeah, might just throw this in the washing machine. It'll turn out a lot nicer and cleaner. And yeah, don't see any like deep or crazy stains on it. We'll probably end up picking this one up too. And lastly, while I'm at this Goodwill, my hands are like full. I already picked out a bunch of stuff. But I did find like one game I could possibly pick up. This Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's a fun little PlayStation 2 game. It is green tag this week, so this will only be like $2.50 for it. Still a lot, honestly. I haven't looked at this one yet, actually. Wipeout 2 for $5. A little high. I found this NBA 06. This one I remember as a kid being a really good one. This is separate from the EA Sports ones and the 2K ones. I don't know who developed this actually. Sony, probably? NBA.com. I don't know what was so special about this game, but I remember really liking this one. I only played it like a few times. Gonna pass on that though. I'm good. How about you? Got like a couple of stuff. Hey guys, we are here at the next Goodwill and not really seeing too many games. Some strange Wii games, honestly. This Pajama Party, Charm Girls Club. Never seen this game before, but yeah, $3. Gonna pass on that. Also, this Project Runway game actually uses the Wii balance board. Didn't see that. But also $3. Probably gonna pass on that. Just no interest in that. You got a Xbox original game, Bicycle Casino, Texas Hold'em. Just got a quick clip for you guys today at this Goodwill, here at like the toy section as well. And I picked up a ton of these. I couldn't believe it. Every time I see wrestling figures at Goodwill, I try to pick them up if they're for a decent price. And they're all actually marked at 99 cents. And you guys can tell if you guys are familiar with wrestling, WWE, WCW. These are all like 90s figures released in the 90s. And from what I understand on eBay, they usually go for around like 10 to 15 bucks a piece, depending on like the wrestler, of course. You can see this Shane McMahon one. This one actually is a more valuable one, I guess. I think I might actually pick all these up and add it to our collection. I could possibly flip as well. I usually buy these just to flip. I do collect some of them, but I have like a ton of them. Just by looking at the antique display case, I have like a ton of them in there, and I have more in storage. So got some really cool wrestlers here. I actually don't know a lot of these, or forgot a lot of these. But yeah, we've got like, I think 10 wrestlers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 10 wrestlers. So it should be around like 10 bucks. Probably won't show me checking now, but I'll just display the receipt for this little quick stop. And we're back at our game showcase. It's been a great week for selling items. This is going to be our last week, so hopefully I can sell as much as I can. We actually sold some older items that we purchased a while back. So the first thing we sold was this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this soda cup, I guess, for the movie theater. Sometimes these things are collectible, but I ended up selling both of these for $20. So I'm going to get that packaged and shipped. And then the second thing we sold is actually this backpack that we've had. Probably a bad purchase, but at that time I was kind of just exploring and experimenting with new items that I could sell. We ended up selling that one for like $13, so probably not going to make much from it. Back at our showcase with another update. I'm just going to try to like bunch a lot of these sales together during the video. But we ended up selling these Brooks. Sold them for around $35. Picked them up for like $7. Probably could have sold it for more if I left it on there at a higher price, but really happy to get this one sold and add more funds to our game fund. And after eBay fees and shipping, this is how much we'll get to add back to our collection. Here we are this week at a Goodwill, and at the games and movies section right here, got a ton of games. So I've been seeing a lot more items and good items at Goodwill recently. It's like the springtime, people are cleaning their house, donating more items, and I guess I kind of picked a bad time to finalize this season of this series, but just gonna go through what I did find right here. I got some PS1 games. I don't know why, but they are marked at like $5, more expensive than like the other games. I haven't really seen this one. I'll probably look it up, but might actually pass on these. $5 is just a lot to pay for games like this. You got Project Gotham Racing 3. I don't think I have this one. Played a couple of these, but not for the 360. A little dirty. And then you got this Call of Duty World at War Final Fronts. I actually haven't seen this one on PS2. I'm not sure why it's got like this additional title to it, Final Fronts. But for $2, might be one to consider picking up. It is complete too. You got Halo Wars. I don't think I have this in the collection yet. Played this one a little bit, never really got into it, but it's a Halo game, a fun strategy game. BioShock Infinite, really good game. Pretty sure I have this in the collection already, so probably be passing up on this for $3. I found this Def Jam Rap Star game. It's brand new and sealed. $5. I didn't see that. Is that Drake right there? What in the world? I might actually pass on this, unfortunately. I thought it was $2.99. I would have grabbed it, but for $5, it doesn't really resell for anything at all. So what do we have? Like maybe 3 games I might pick up here. Not bad, honestly. Okay, guys, came to this rack next. This is the rack full of sealed like DVDs and Blu-rays, and unexpectedly, can't believe I'm seeing some games over here. This one isn't sealed though. This is just a Rockstar Table Tennis on the Wii. Check that out. I might grab this. How much is it? $2.99. Not a bad price. Let's see if there's any other games I can find on here. Yeah, so I did end up seeing a PlayStation 2 game, and this one actually is sealed. I have no idea how much this is worth, but I could possibly grab this for $2.99 as well. Wow. Okay, so probably we'll just be grabbing this game out of the 2 that I pulled out. This one actually does resell for around like 15 to 20, so for $3, an easy pickup. And I also found a profitable DVD. It's this Temptations Get Ready DVD. This one goes for around 15 to 20 as well. I learned that anything with the Temptations and is brand new and sealed definitely goes for some decent money. So we'll be grabbing this and adding it to our stack of items that we got here.
Do you have a phone number with us?
Yep. Hey guys, we are out here at Walmart of all places because this week they've been having a ton of deals. I already picked up like a bunch of stuff too early on in the week, but pretty much everything is like cleared out now. Probably should have recorded some of my older footage, but we're gonna see if we can't still find any cheap games. You can see like everything's gone. A lot of really cheap games, I guess. They had like some $5 games. Hopefully I can still find some $5 games to add to our $10 game collection. I think I did see some already, but this is just the Xbox section, and here's like all the clearance stuff. And there actually is like a couple $5 games. This Riders Republic, Saints Row, heard that was a bad game. This Query game, I might grab this actually because I don't think I have it in the $10 game collection. They actually have the Xbox Series X version and the Xbox One version, so I think this one has a little bit more value, so might just grab this one. Some like cheaper clearance games down here too. It's like the perfect time to grab some of these if you guys are looking for these games. But probably grab one more, maybe this Riders Republic. Yeah, I don't know, it looks really fun though. Or maybe this Saints Row. Actually, I might pass on this. I don't really want this Saints Row one. Probably grab this one, honestly. This is looking more interesting than the other one. But we're gonna go check out the PlayStation section as well. Again, everything's been pretty much cleared out because they've had this sale going on for like a week now. Still, a lot of stuff is a lot cheaper than you would expect, especially at a Walmart. Wow, Armored Core for $30. I feel like that's a good price. All these Armored Core games are pretty high in value now, but not seeing anything for $5 in this case. PS5 looks pretty empty too. And then back here we have the clearance for this. Let's see. You can see, some $5 games already missing. They have this Naruto game, Road to Boruto, and honestly, for $5, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. It's an extra copy. Not gonna grab it. I don't even think I have the funds for that. I don't think these have much value, but who knows? But it's awesome to be able to pick up some Xbox One and PlayStation 4 games for like $5, brand new and sealed. Got some steel booklets over here. Big fan of steel booklets for like 4K Blu-rays as well. They've got some Marvel movies. They've got just a big assortment of movies if you're interested in these. But over here we have the Switch section. I guess we can start at like the clearance games first. Switch doesn't have as many clearance games, but you definitely can still find some super cheap ones for this sale. They actually had like some pretty good games for like $10. They had this Rune Factory 3 game for $10. I was looking for this game, was hunting for this game too, because I would absolutely purchase it for $10. Haven't played the Rune Factory games, but that's like one game that I would like to put in my backlog and try out eventually. But other than that, yeah, not too much that I'm seeing in the Switch section in terms of sales. They had a No Man's Sky Nier Automata. That would be a great game to pick up if that was still available, but yeah, looks like it's not. Alright, since I didn't really see anything else, I guess we are just gonna grab both of these then. I don't have these in the collection yet. I don't personally own these games brand new and sealed either, so yeah, some nice $5 games I was able to pick up here at Walmart. Alright guys, we're back in the game room, and again we got a ton of updates. Just sold a bunch of stuff, clearancing a lot of stuff on my eBay page, and just want to build up my game fund so I can make some bigger purchases for this last episode. So the first thing we sold is going to be this Guitar Hero World Tour. This one ended up selling for $14. That's what it's pretty much going for. The next thing we sold is actually another pair of shoes. I only have 2 pairs of shoes left. And it's these Asics that sold for $33.50. We got them for like $7, I think, at a Goodwill. Just made another quick sale. We ended up selling Coraline on Blu-ray, and this one sold for around $14. And we picked it up at a Goodwill for around maybe $2 or $3. The last thing we sold is going to be this brand new sealed Rockstar table tennis game. I said if I was able to sell this for a high enough margin, I might just do that. This is brand new and sealed, and I just didn't mind having it or not in the collection. This one ended up selling for $27.50, so a decent amount to add back to our game fund as well. So after eBay fees and shipping for all of these items, this is how much we'll get to add back to our game fund. Here we are at our last stop. I made a trip to Gaming Generations and just looking for some video games to add to our collection. I was mainly looking for maybe a last grail game to add to my collection, and maybe just some other games that I find interesting here. Browsing through the Xbox section, and I found this Darksiders 2 game with a slipcover for $8. Honestly, not a bad price. And then I also found this Darkstar 1. I know Xbox 360 games are going up in value, and this one's really uncommon. I don't really see this one too often. And then looking in the original Xbox section next, I found Dark Summit. Don't have this one in the collection yet. Definitely considered this one because I did own it and played it a ton as a kid. And then the next game I found was this freestyle soccer game. It was a Blockbuster exclusive. It was in a Blockbuster case as well, and this one really caught my attention. Definitely considered this one as well, complete with the manual. And then there was one more game in the original Xbox section. It was The Warriors. This one is a cult classic, an absolute favorite of mine, developed by Rockstar. Checking out the PlayStation 1 section next, and I found this Final Fantasy anthology. I've always wanted these like older collection Final Fantasy games, and this one was Final Fantasy 5 and 6.
definitely considered this one as well. Missing a manual unfortunately, but it was for a decent price. I still decided to grab this one and ended up purchasing it.
Okay, I think I'm all set with those.
$58 or $55, a 70 on account with us?
I think so. Sure.
Alright guys, we're back in the game room, and that pretty much wraps up our game hunting for our final episode of the series. We actually picked up a ton of stuff and got some great games to add to our collection. We went to a couple of Goodwills this week and actually picked up a decent amount of items. Here are some of the games that we got. We got Alvin and the Chipmunks, just decided to grab this, it was half off. And then Call of Duty World at War Final Fronts. I haven't really played this one. I didn't know they made like a different version of World at War, but cool to be able to find and pick up. And then we got some Xbox 360 games. We got Project Gotham Racing 3. These are like exclusive to 360, so that's an awesome find. And then we got another exclusive, Halo Wars. Played this one just a little bit. I never really owned the game, but from playing it, it was an okay game. Not the biggest fan of this strategy type of game. And then the last game was this Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09, brand new and sealed. Had like a little bit of value. And we also grabbed a DVD, brand new and sealed, The Temptations, at one of the Goodwills as well. This one also goes for around like 15 to 20. We got a bunch of like random items as well. Just gonna quickly go over it. Pikachu plush for $2. This Wii power cord. I think this was also like $1 or $2. And then also an Xbox One headset. Don't really see these too often anymore, but I haven't tested it out. Hopefully this thing works. We actually found a ton of WWE figures this week, 10 to be exact. They were only $1. If you find them for $1, those are like absolute pickups, especially if you are a fan of like WWE or WWF, WCW. These are some of the more popular ones. Wow, completely forgot about these Walmart pickups as well. Gonna quickly go over them and include it into our total collection as well. We got this Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, brand new and sealed for $5 on the PlayStation 4. And then some Xbox One games. We got The Quarry. Definitely want to check this one out. I still haven't gotten time to play this one yet. Saints Row 5, just another Saints Row game. I think we have like pretty much all the Saints Row in our collection now. This one wasn't that great, but for $5, couldn't pass that up. And then the last game, Riders Republic on the Xbox One. Looks like a really fun, interesting game as well. And then lastly, we made a stop to Gaming Generations, one of my favorite game stores, located in Eau Claire. They always have like a rack of super cheap games, but unfortunately I didn't find any cheap games that were good there. I grabbed 4 games, and I actually don't have the games with me right now. They're actually in the car, which I don't have access to right now. So I'll just probably show some footage of that. The first game we picked up was Freestyle Soccer on the original Xbox. Apparently it was like a Blockbuster exclusive. It was in like a Blockbuster case. Had the manual and was complete. The second game we grabbed was Dark Star 1 on the Xbox 360. This is a really uncommon game. I don't really see it too often. I know Xbox 360 games are going up in value nowadays. We got Final Fantasy Anthology on the PlayStation 1. This contains Final Fantasy 5 and 6. Haven't played these before, but it's great to be able to pick up some Final Fantasy games on the PS1. And then last but not least, we grabbed one of my absolute favorite games, The Warriors, on the original Xbox. I saw the movie, played and completed the game. Such a fun Rockstar game. Open world, story, gangs, a lot of fighting and violence. But just a ton of fun in this. Wasn't too expensive either, so just really happy that I do get to add this final game to our collection. But yeah guys, this is our final episode. We found a ton of great stuff, and we actually sold a lot more items. I just didn't know how to fit it all into this video. We started off with a $10 bill, and we ended off the series with like $20 left in our game fund. So what does that mean? We got all of this essentially for free. It just took a year's worth of work that I put into this. Really happy and actually a little surprised seeing all the games that we were able to accumulate and bring into our collection. It's a little bit of a mess right now because I've actually started going through and calculating values and putting it in a huge list and table. This is actually only the first part of my final episode. I will create another video next week for you guys and go over some numbers, go over our highest games, our greatest finds pretty much. I'll get all this organized and then just spend some time talking to you guys about my thoughts about this whole journey that we went on. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. Thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with more content that I upload. And then also just to support me in what I'm doing with this series. But that's all I got. Thank you all for watching again, and I'll see you all on the next one.